Guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so sorry it's been so long since I've been here because the past month has been so busy. Like, there was Diwali, and then after that, I went to my cousin's house, and now that I'm back, my college has just been like, oh, it's semester ends, why not? Give you so many assignments that you don't have anything to do in your life. So it's just I am legit dying here, but I today I'm gonna finally show you guys how my bookshelf looks. Like, when I had bought my new bookshelf, I had mentioned in the end that I was gonna do a bookshelf tour, but again I didn't get the time and I kind of prioritized doing some other videos. And along with that, I thought, why not make myself suffer more and count the number of physical books I have on my bookshelf? Like, you know what? When I look at my bookshelf, I can see that I have so many books that I've not read, but I've never counted the total number I have because I'm just scared to know how many books there are. But you know what? I'm just gonna do it today because I want you guys to also know because I buy like crazy, but then I don't read at the same speed. So yeah, it's not matching. So you know what? Let's just get started and see. Okay, so this is my first bookshelf right here. I'm gonna show you guys this one first and then we'll move ahead with the other two. So on the top here, I have this Polaroid camera. Like, I think I dropped this 2 or 3 times. That's why I think it's broken. I don't know. I haven't tried it again. But then it's a nice accessory to put on your bookshelf. I don't know. It just gives me a lot of Ava vibes from Twisted Love. And then after that, I have this beautiful canvas which one of my friends made for my birthday. It's actually a picture and she created it into a painting. And then behind that, I have my book sleeve. Sorry, I have my book sleeve. I have another one, but I don't know where it is right now. And then I have this stamp, which actually has like Kashush's library written on it, and I just love it. It looks so pretty. Actually, you have stamped all of my books here. And yeah, so this is what I keep on top. And then now finally coming on to the first shelf. Over here, actually, I was gonna make this my Sarah J. Maas shelf, but then it's just I didn't have enough books by her, and then I just thought that I'd be wasting space. So yeah, over here I have my Throne of Glass series. I love this. I love this. I love this. Like, the first four books were like really slow, but like Queen of Shadows, Empire Storms, Tower of Dawn, and Kingdom of Ash was so freaking good. I loved it. And then my favorite series. I hate how the spines don't match, and like the first one is the red cover, and then after that we have the black ones. But it's just, I love this series. It has my whole heart. I just love it. And then after that, I have Vow of Thieves. So, like, I don't have Dance of Thieves here because they're not the same height, and I kind of like keeping my books in the same height. I don't know, it just bugs me when the height is not same. So, yeah, Dance of Thieves kept comes somewhere else, but yeah, I have Vow of Thieves here. And then the Kiss of Deception trilogy. Oh my god, the spines are so pretty. I love it. Like, yeah. But good news is, till now, all the books I've shown you, I have read them. And then after that, we have here the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. So, like, I've read the first book. The second one is in my TBR shelf, but I am yet to read the third one. So, like, this is the first book which is there on my physical TBR. And then over here, I have these small books of the Throne of Glass series. Like, they're so adorable. Firstly, when I bought these, I was going to read it in this, but like the font is so minuscule that you know what, I just cannot read this because I am just going to kill myself, and I hate books with small font. Yeah, look at this, look at the font. Like, it is so adorable as a collection, but I feel like you'll just kill your eyes if you try to read this because it's so slow, because the sorry this because the font is so small. And then finally, I keep my Kindle here. I love my Kindle. But this is also like the bane of my existence because I have too many books on my physical TBR, but I end up reading more on my Kindle. So sometimes I don't like it, but I love it. And then after that, I have two candles here. Yeah, I this is just random stuff I like that I just put here on my bookshelf because I want them to be seen. And then here I have my GoPro. I shoot from it sometimes, but then the other times I don't. And then this cute box that I got from Aurangabad on my trip last year. So this is the first shelf. Now coming on to the second one. This is my Rick Riordan shelf. Like all the books are written by Rick Riordan. He's my favorite authors after Sarah J. Maas, before Sarah J. Maas, or they hold the same place. I don't know, but I love both of them. And these are some books here that, so this uncle here in my society also loves reading, and he gave me three books that, he thought that I should read, and this is his fifth season. I don't know why I kept this here. I think I don't have space for it anymore, so yeah, that's why it's here. But besides that, I have the Magnus Chase series, and then the Percy Jackson series, Heroes of Olympus, the first three books of the Hidden Oracle, and the most recent release. This came out in May, if I'm not wrong. And this is about Nico and Will. I am so excited to read this book. I am dying to read this book, but I gotta finish the Trials of Apollo series before I can read this. So yeah, this is how my second shelf looks. Then over here I have this small trinket. I don't know again why I kept this here, but it's just I like it. And then this is my reading light. I love this. Yeah. And then this small, I don't know what's the purpose. I think it's to use it to put my rings. Yeah, I don't use it. It's just like trinket on my bookshelf again. And then now my third shelf. So over here, these are the ones that have a lot of unread books here, okay? Oh, I forgot to count which books I've not read here. So I think this is the only one. So now I count for a physical TBR is 2. And then we have The Shadow Between Us, Rule of Wolves, A Vow So Bold and Deadly, A Heart So Fierce and Broken, the Bridge Kingdom series, Cruel Prince series. So yeah, I've not read Rule of Wolves. I've not read these two. So yeah, now my TBR count becomes 5 books which I've not read. And then I've not read the Amber Quartet series, so this 4 also. And then the Shatter Me series. And the Wrath and the Dawn series. I hate how my covers don't match. I don't know how, but somehow I end up buying series in different covers or like in different height sizes, and I just hate that. I legit hate that. But yeah, this is my fantasy shelf, and this is the third one. And then after that, we have Sorcery of Stone, then the Serpent and the Dove series. So these two are also I've not read. I've not read this one too. Not read this one too. Gonna read this soon. I've read these three, not read these two. And then behind this, we have These Violent Delights, Our Violent Ends, Six of Crows, Cricket Kingdom. So yeah, I this is like to store my hardcovers. I only have like these many hardcovers in my fantasy shelf. I love hardcovers, but it's just I can't afford any more than this. So yeah, this is the fourth shelf, and now coming on to the last one. So over here, these are books that I've put here randomly. Like I don't know how, but I feel like the last shelf in a bookshelf is just to store random books. So and these are the books which I mostly use in my for my photographs and stuff like that. If I have to shoot with them, then these are all the books that I keep here. First is the Harry Potter series, Ariadne. Then Crescent City. Yeah, I'm excited to read Crescent City, but yeah, this didn't fit anywhere else. I had to put here. And then I have another copy of his Court of Silver Flame, so yeah, I thought why not keep this one here. And then these three books, and then these classics, the ones that kids read. And then behind that is the Artemis Fowl series. Okay, so over here I have this small setup. Like this is my Ekotar pillow. One of my best friends gifted this to me for my birthday last year, and it's just beautiful. To the stars who listen and the dreams are our answer. So it also had a light, but I think the battery is dead right now, so I will have to change it. And then over here I have these two flake flowers and then Skittles. Yeah, I have a teddy bear or like a soft toy which has a name. Okay, Sumi. Who cares? So yeah, this is Skittles. Say hi to Skittles. But yeah, this is what the small corner looks. It has like a small stool also.
And I love this corner. I think it looks really pretty and goes so well with my bookshelf.
I also have this cute dream catcher over here, which I got from Bali, and I love that it's here. And like this concludes my fantasy shelf. Okay, so that was my fantasy shelf. I do want to include like fan arts on the side, like below my dream catcher. Like I want to put some fan arts there that fantasy books have such pretty fan arts, and I see all of them on Instagram, and I'm just like, I need this, and I need this, and I need to put this on my bookshelf. And other than that, I also want to keep a dagger here. Like I have seen a lot of people, they have this small dagger. It's also like a trinket. I don't know where I can find it. I'm gonna search on Amazon, but that is also something I want to include here, and make the vibe of this bookshelf more fantasy, if you get what I mean. So yeah, that was my fantasy shelf, and now let's move on to my romance section. Okay, so let's start with these books here. So this is Nights in Rodante by Nicholas Sparks. So I've not read that many books by him, but I really like this book. Like mostly I've seen movies of Nicholas Sparks books, but I'm glad I love it. And this is like a book from my childhood. I used to love reading the Secret Seven books. And then here's Night Circus, not a fond of this book. Then I have four mangas here. Like this was my first manga, like the first anime series that I ever watched and read. And this really has like a special place in my heart. I love the second lead in this story. Like I am always a second lead. You know, I always end up loving the second lead in like a love triangle. I don't know why, but I just love it. And then after that, I have Kaguya Sama Love is War. So I watched the anime first, but then I did want to read the series as well. But it's too big to accumulate and read, so I just got one as like a remembrance or something to keep in my bookshelf. This is the 18th volume, and then after that, I have Maid Sama. So yeah, again this one. So this is my I read the whole thing online, but like these two were like my favorite volumes, and this has like the best scenes of both of those characters, and that's why I bought this one. So I love this book. And then this is my romance book. So these are all like standalones. This is one of my favorite authors. I have two, three books of hers on this shelf. Sun is also a star. These are both by Nicola Yon, Christina Lauren, Beach Reed, Lynn Painter, Ali Hazelwood, Red, White, and Royal Blue, and then my favorite author, Ella Macy. Like I love how the spines look together. I just don't have to hate Adam Connor. Other than that, I have all four books. The Hardest Fall is in my TBR bookshelf, and then after that we have Hating Game, All the Bright Places, 5 Feet Apart. These are books which I read when I was not, like on Bookstagram. This was before when I used to just see a book, pick it up and read it, and I just love it. And then American Roommate Experience, Excuse Me While I Cry. This was actually pretty nice. It's like a high school romance by young adult romance. Then this cheat sheet, Instructions for Dancing. This book broke my heart. Then Always Only You, Chloe Leslie. And then My Kiss Quotient series. I adore this series besides the last one. And then after that, you have You've Reached Sam. Then the King of Sin series, Hated King of Grief. Then the Twisted series. I still have to buy the first one. I read it on my Kindle the first time. And then after that, I bought all the books, but then now I just read the first one. And then the Chestnut Spring series. I love how the spines look, irrespective of whether I liked this series enough or not. And then the Knock Him Out series, Knox, Nash, and Lucian. I love them. And then another Lucy Score book. And then here we have the Dreamland Billionaire series. I can't wait to get my hands on Loved Redesigned. It just got released. Like I loved this series, and we get a little snippet of Julian in this one, like the last one, and I am just so excited to read that book. And then a Not So Meet Cute by Megan Quinn. This series, like the first and the last book, are amazing. The second one, I love JP, but not the book so much. Then the Inheritance Game series. I hate how they've not, released a UK cover for the Brothers Hawthorne because I hate ruining my series because I have a lot of books like that. And it's just, I am not gonna buy the Brothers Hawthorne because then it'll ruin these piles. Then we have Pride and Prejudice from Look Walk with Love, Mariana Zapata, my favorite author. Then Archer's Voice, Love Hypothesis, Brutal Prince. I only have the first book. Like, I want to get the whole series because I love this. It's like a mafia romance, interconnected standalones. One plus one of my favorite single mother romances. Riven Knight. I adore this series by Dave Perry. I need all the other books as well. Then the Off Campus series, again, I love this. Then To Be Continued, The Predator, The Maddest Obsession, and The True Love Experiment. As you can see, my romance bookshelf or like shelves, I have tried to arrange it in the light to dark tone. Like it does not match perfectly, but then at the same time, it looks really good when you watch it from afar. So I just love that. And other than that, I have just kept them in a height order. Not like I do want to arrange my book in like the alphabetical order or stuff like that, but I don't know. I just feel like I want them in the same height. Other than that, I don't care because I don't know. I just don't know why it looks very satisfying when it's arranged in a height order. Yeah, it's just me, so it's understandable. And now let's count the number of books on this shelf that I've not read.
One, two. Oh my god, I only have two books on this shelf that I've not read. That's like such a big thing for me. So I'm really glad about that. And let's move on to my last shelf. And this is my last bookshelf, and this is the first shelf. This is Iron Flame and this is Fourth Wing. I love the both of them together. I flipped them because the sprayed edges look so much better here. Then my A Coat of Silver Flames special edition. Let me just show you this cover. It is beautiful. And then A Curse for True Love, The Right Move, The Unwanted Marriage. This is the only signed copy I own. I will cherish it with my whole heart. I love it so much and I love that book too. And then we have Hail Mary, Powerless, the Caravel series, Mile High, Yours Truly, and Imagine Me. So so this is the shelf where I keep my current reads. So I'm currently reading Yours Truly and Imagine Me. And then these are just the books, which I wanted to display. Like these are like my best reads or just like my favorite reads. Like I've not read A Curse for True Love yet, but it's just I am pretty sure that I would end up loving that series. And then after that, over here we have this small candle and this beautiful piano which has a necklace in it. So this came with the PR box of The Unwanted Marriage and I freaking love this so much. It is so cute. Like this one, the other leg of that piano broke, I think, while it came here. It kind of breaks my heart, but it's just, I love it. It's one of my most prized possessions. So these three shelves are my TBR shelves. Like every book here, I have not read. I know I think I've accumulated so many books and it's just I gotta read it. Yeah, I gotta read it. So these are my TBR shelf books. I have a lot of them here. And then after that, I have this shelf which is just like random books. So like I have read most of them from here besides Defy the Night and Defend the Dawn. Otherwise, I've read all the books here. So these are books which I couldn't fit on my fantasy shelf or my romance shelf. So they're kind of just here. So you're like if you can see, some of them are fantasy, and then this side you have all the romances. So this is like I've used up the space, and like I couldn't put these books there because they didn't have enough space. And then this is again the last shelf in this bookshelf again with random books. Like this is not the kind of, like before I mentioned that last shelves are mostly for books that you do not you've read and you just to put it aside, but that's not the case here. We have the Postscript and PS I Love You. I love that series. Then I have to read the Selection series, and then this is also another series by Sarah Morgan. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but it is so good. It has some of the best tropes here. Then To All the Boys, this book by Dojay Dutta. Then my Jane Austen collection. I've not read all of them. I don't think I will, but I love how they look. Then A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, the other two books, Promise Boys by the Kurat Singh, the second book in the Bridgerton series, and this history book that I bought to read. So yeah, this is what this shelf looks like. It's kind of like a mess of different genres and stuff like that, and I've also kind of stored my murder mysteries or thrillers. These are the only books that are like thrillers which I have on my shelf besides fantasy. So yeah, I guess that's it. I just have this artificial plant. I don't know, I like putting them here. And then over here, I have my numbers. I was doing this series where, I let numbers choose my TBR. And then over here are my TBR prompt chits. If you're asking why I have a charger in here, it's because this is the charger to I forgot, my smartwatch. Yeah, and it's just if I keep it somewhere else I will not find it, so this is my only way of knowing where it is kept. That's why I've kept it there. It's like if things are right in front of my eyes, then I'll be able to find them. Other than that, I won't be able to find them. This is how it looks as a whole. Yeah, so I just wanted to flex my painting. I did this 2 years back and I absolutely love it. And it's just, I just wanted to show you, and I think it looks perfect with my bookshelf, and I think the vibe of it just matches perfectly with it. Okay, so that is the complete look of my bookshelf. Like, when we shifted into this house, my dad had never anticipated that my reading hobby would like go crazy, and like I would end up buying so many books. Like, I did have a bookshelf, but that could not hold like even 10% of my books. So this is a space that I've created with what I have, like the space left in my room, because my other bookshelf could not accumulate so many books. But I'm so glad that I've created this into something that looks so pretty and like works perfectly for me. And the sad part is, that new bookshelf, I think I got it 3 months back, and it is completely filled to the brim. Like, I think I might have like space for 2-3 more books, but other than that I am again out of space. I cannot tell my dad this because he specifically told me to like not buy books anymore. Like, my parents don't stop me from buying books, they just said that read the ones that you've bought already and then buy more. So I love them for that because they support my reading obsession completely. But it's just, yeah, I am lacking space. So hopefully in the future, when I shift into my own place, I can have like this huge wall where I can just have my bookshelves, and it's just I have ample of space, and I don't have to think before buying. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know which book from my TBR shelf should I read first, or a book that you would want me to read, because that is really good. And sometimes I don't realize it, but I don't read some books, and then when I actually read them, I end up enjoying them so much, and then I actually regret not reading them sooner. So do let me know which ones I should go for, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.